my name's Laura Mclorey, and I live in Ireland, although I have an English accent. So I actually grew up in London, and I've been living in Ireland the last 16 years, nearly 17 years now. My background is I'm a beautician. So I've been in the beauty industry for nearly as long as I've been in Ireland now, so nearly 16 years or so. And my background is that I opened my own beauty salon at 23. So I've always been quite ambitious, and I started the salon back, when I was 23, nearly 10 years ago, actually. And I suppose I opened the salon because I wanted to be in control of my own life and my own finances. And I always wanted to never have to, I suppose, rely on a man. And that was just something that was important for me. And I always was really wanting to be independent, ambitious. I thought I could create my own hours and kind of live life on my terms. And that's kind of what I seen for having my own beauty salon, really putting the hours in, working hard, getting where I wanted to be. And I had big dreams and big plans. But I suppose in reality, being self-employed and running a traditional business, I went in with hopes and dreams and this fire in my belly. And, 5 years on, I was pretty stressed and quite quite anxious, not where I wanted to be, felt quite trapped in life, and kind of just, I don't know if anyone else has felt like this, but kind of just had given up on my dreams, and kind of just like settled in life. I had just kind of like sat with where I was in life and thought, this is it. This is going to be me for the next 20, 30 years. And it wasn't that I didn't like, being a beautician and being self-employed, but I'd kind of gotten so into it that I didn't know a way out. I had like 5 staff. We were really busy, but I had just kind of fallen into like a rat race. And I was just working like 60, 70 hours a week. So that was kind of my life when I found these products and the business opportunity. And I actually came across our products through a social media post, so good old social media, a Facebook post, through a lady that I didn't know at all who lived in Donegal. So I didn't know Lisa whatsoever. She's now one of my best friends. And literally we connected. I really trusted in her. There was something about her that I did actually really warm to. And I think even that is like a great golden nugget, is that like so many people, they buy into you. And that's really important, to always be yourself and just be true, because, people do buy into you, and they buy into people they know, like, and trust. So it's really important that you're sharing who you are and your energy and what you're about. So I did trust Lisa, ordered the products, became a raving fan, said no to the business a couple of times, didn't think it was for me, didn't think I'd have time. As I said, I was working 60, 70 hours a week. But I'd seen something in it. And when I looked at the business opportunity, I just thought, there's actually no reason that I can say no to this. There's no reason that I shouldn't do this. So I jumped in. All I wanted from this business was €200 a month, if even. I was very passionate about wanting to help people. And I knew our products work. So it was really my passion in the product. And I think, again, that's another golden nugget, because sometimes we're in the business a little while, or maybe you're new right now, and you love the products, and that's all we do. And I always say, this business works because the products work. Always bring it back to the product. For me, it's all about the product. And that's why I joined the business, because I loved the product and I wanted everyone I loved on it. So I literally wanted €200, joined up, went to Barcelona 5.5 years ago, my first convention. So another top tip, get to a convention when you can. When we can, get to an event. And I went to an event, and it changed everything for me, because I actually heard Jeff Roberti speak, and I heard all these people that were so inspiring, just like real people like me and you, and they had gotten to NMD. And back then I didn't even know what NMD was. Maybe you're listening to this call now and you're like, I don't even know what that is, but I knew I wanted to be it. So I knew I wanted to be it, and I knew I wanted to be successful, and I knew that I could, if other people could get to the top, then why couldn't I? So I came back and I got to work. I was really coachable. I was really excited, and I was going to do it no matter what. I had a vision, and I set myself a goal, and I was going to do it no matter what. So within 6 months, I had set myself a goal that within a year I was going to be SSC. And that's big money. Like in Ireland, SSC is roughly about €1,000 a month, roughly, give or take. So I was like, that's €12,000 extra in my bank account if I go SSC within a year. So that was my goal. I went SSC in 6 months. I went to NMD in 13 months. And I literally just really worked hard. But I was really clever. I worked really smart. And I really put the work in and got where I wanted to be. So now I've been in the business 5.5 years. I'm National Marketing Director on my way to IMD. And I could write a book on stories of my own growth and my own doubt and my own everything in between. But I'm really proud of where I'm at in the business. I'm really proud of where I'm at in the business, but also my own journey as a person as well. And I think that's really important, no matter where you are, is this is your journey. You have your own franchise. Amy or whoever your upline is can help you, but you said yes to this business. You joined the franchise. It is your franchise. If Amy stops doing this business tomorrow, you still have an opportunity. So never kind of rely on someone else to, you know, do it for you or to be on to you every single day. Like, you should have that fire in your belly and enough vision and a big, big goal that if you don't hear from Amy for months on end, it doesn't make a difference. And I mean that from kindness. I know Amy is the greatest support to you all, but at the end of the day, you have to go, you know, like, am I actually really doing myself proud? Am I really treating this as a business? And I always say to my team, like, you can treat it as a business or a hobby, but just get real with yourself and be honest with what you want it to be. And again, I mean that from kindness, because if you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you as a hobby. And I don't know many hobbies that you get paid well for. So if you treat this as a business, it will pay you as a business. And last month, I mean, talk about momentum, guys. I hope you're all feeling what I'm feeling, because like, March was insane. April was like, I have no words. May is like, we've a week left. This day, next week, you're all going to be hustling, okay? You're going to be literally, it's the last day of the month. So I want to just come on with kindness and give you everything I can tonight and put that fire in your belly to hear from someone else and know that whatever you want from this business, it is possible. It is possible. You wouldn't be on this call tonight taking out your time from away from your family, away from your kids, if you didn't want this business. So I would just get really real now in the next week what you want from this business and go and make it happen no matter what, and show up like you've never shown before, because the momentum that we have, we don't know if we'll, like, when we're going to see this again. This is actually crazy. So you need to put your foot on the gas more than ever. And that's exactly what I've been doing. And I will share with you, like, as much as, you know, I'm so excited about this business right now. I always say, like, with this business, like, if you're new in this business, by the way, if once you see this business or you hear it, you can't unsee or you can't unhear it. So I remember someone saying to me, like, if you've never given anything 100% in your life, Laura, give it to this business. And when everything happened with COVID-19, and we went into lockdown over here in Ireland, I kind of said to myself, I'm making a decision, you know, and there'll be a lot of people that would make that decision of going into fear and, you know, business is going to be affected. I'm not going to get orders. I'm not going to get team. But I made a decision that I was going to go more than ever, and I was going to get more orders than I've ever done and more team than I've ever done, to lead from the front and show my team what's possible. And that's exactly what I've done. So you can still do that. And whether you have team or not, now's the time to go out and help people and step up. So that's a little bit about my journey, why I said yes and where I am currently in the business.
Wow, Laura, you get me so fired up. Oh, you get me so buzzing. It's so exciting. Yeah, just love that. I love your journey, and like, couldn't agree more. The product, like you say, the product is, you know, I think it's quite easy, I think, sometimes to get a bit wrapped up in recruitment mode and things like that. Yeah. And there's no point in empty recruiting, which is just signing people up and then not doing anything. So like you say, bringing it back to basics, bringing it back to the products, building that customer base. So what are your top tips on getting customers? Like, what do you do to get customers? Because I know you messaged me the other day. You were like, I've got 5 customers today. Yeah. And then we'll go from there. So yeah, if you could start off with that.
I think for me, about the business, it's always about going back to basics. And, you know, I think no matter how long you're in the business, it's just always about going back to basics. And it actually gets more challenges you go through, I think. So I want to help anyone that's like maybe been in the business a while, or whether you're brand new, really go back to basics of how to get customers. My top tips are, number 1, live the mission. And what this means to me, you could have your own meaning around this. What this means to me is, it is one thing to take the products every single day, and it's another thing to live the mission. And what I mean for me about living the mission is, it's drinking my water. It's about eating well. It's about moving my body. It's about taking the products, but me going on a health journey and me showing my health journey to other people. So that's what's really important, is that you're authentic to yourself. And it is not about being perfect, but it's just about showing that you are on a health journey and documenting that and being really authentic. There is no point trying to inspire healthy living and pretending to yourself that you're inspiring healthy living when you're not eating and actually showing up that way. And the reason why, and again, I mean this with absolute passion to help you, and not only in the business but as a person, you are literally self-sabotaging yourself, and you are going round in a hamster wheel and really knocking your confidence. And most of all, I believe you're disrespecting yourself and your self-respect when you are saying you're inspiring healthy living, but then behind closed doors, you're not. So we've all been there, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one that has been like this at times. We're not perfect, so it's not about you can't have pizza or you can't have a drink. But what it's about is, most of the time, 80% of the time, are you really on a health mission? I remember, again, when COVID-19 hit, I was like, when people think of health, I want them to think of me. So if I went onto your page and if I knew you, would I think of health? Do your friends really go, oh yeah, that stuff? Or do they take you really seriously because they actually they know you're on a health journey? They might not want the products, but people need to see that they respect you because you really are on a health journey. That's number one. Number two, being consistent every single day is so important. Being seen, and also your mindset with that as well. There is no point you trying to get customers 1 month and then giving up the other month and then just not being consistent. It's about being seen, and your mindset is really important here. This business is about planting seeds. It's literally every day planting seeds every single day, and just being consistent. So that's really important. And then also number three is, it sounds really obvious, but if we're looking at, we want to get customers, it's not enough to just post on social media. I believe anyway, and that might work for a little while if you're new, but after a while, in regards to building a long-term duplicatable strong business, we get paid to do a few things. We get paid to share the product, to share the business, and I believe promote events, whether that be a product or business event, online or offline. Obviously there's other things in between, but they're the three fundamentals for me. So number three in regards to getting customers is speak to people daily. And that sounds so obvious, but you need to pick a number, right? After this call, get yourself a number. What's your number? This business is all about science. So I believe that you can make up in numbers what you do lack in skill. I think we all have a number, and my number could be different to Amy's, could be different to Lauren's, different to Christine's. You need to decide, what is your number? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 15? If you speak to 15 and you get a certain amount of customers, if I speak to 2, I might get a certain amount of customers. All of a sudden, you have more customers than me just because you've actually done more work. So I think a lot of this business comes down to work ethic and mindset. You all have the ability right now to go and get the amount of orders that you wanted to get on, or whatever your goal is by the end of this month, or get where you want to be. But it comes down to kind of really balancing that work ethic and your mindset as well. And again, it's about being true to yourself. So pick a number, do that every single day, and speak to people. So they're my 3 top tips in regards to getting customers: is living the mission, being consistent, and speaking to people daily, new people every single day.
Love that so much. And I know that I mentioned the other day, you said to me you got 5 customers.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to get my charger because I'm worried that I'm going to run out of charge. So if you give me 1 sec, so I can hear you.
That's fine. I was just going to ask. I'll give you a minute if you want, Laura. But yeah, couldn't agree more. Love all them tips. So I know that I said that, the other day, I know you said you got 5 orders in one day, but obviously not every day is like that, right? And absolutely. How do you kind of deal with that and overcome that? And especially to newbies that are kind of feeling maybe they're just starting to post and they're speaking to people, and I think sometimes we expect something to happen straight away when it might not always. So what advice would you give to those days and to those people that are just sort of starting out?
Yeah, it's so important, because you have to know that we all get objections. And, you know, a lot of this business is actually, and a lot of anything to do with success, is to do with facing objections and dealing with them. So just know that you're going to get no's, you're going to get rejections, you're going to get people that don't reply. And what I always say to my team is, to be honest, I'm always like over here dealing with the people and chatting to the people that actually are interested and that did say yes and that I can help. So I never really get to focus on or have that mindset of, oh yeah, they didn't reply over here, or they said no. I'm actually like not ever really putting my energy and focus there. So I'd say it's a mindset. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. I'm a big believer in working on your own mind and, you know, working on you, and you always get what you focus on more. So if you're constantly looking at, well, they didn't reply and they said no and they said they were going to order but they didn't, you're going to get more of that, because that's where you're focusing. But if you have your number and most importantly your vision, that's what you're going to focus on and do more. So I think there's a few things, just to know that we all get rejected, we all get objections. But anyone that's successful has just gotten more no's than you. They've actually gotten more failures and gotten back up again and done it more. We all get it. So you can either play the victim or the warrior. What I would encourage you all is, I know that you're all warriors and none of you are victims. So, you know, just don't live in that place. We all get it. So just move on and, you know, stay close to the fire, stay close to Amy, stay close to people that, you know, are going to light you up again. But just don't stay in that place for too long. And also, like, what I see over and over again, and one of my favorite sayings is, don't let small things cheat you out of big opportunities. Like, so you need a big vision. Do you think me and Amy are like, oh my God, that one lady like never got back to me? I don't have time to focus on that, because my vision and my goals are too big. That me worrying about that one lady that didn't reply or that, you know, was rude, I'm like, next, next, next. So, you know, that's what I would look at. That's the attitude you need to have. I know it sounds so basic, but it's just actually your mindset. So you just need to be like, next, 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 move on, and just know that you're going to get you're going to have to get better at facing objections, but give yourself that challenge. You know, you're not a victim. You're not like a poor me and they said no, or they said they were going to order. I get people like that all the time, but again, I don't live there. So I'd say number one is just know that it's normal. Number two, you just need to get better at kind of facing with it. Number three, you get what you focus on. And number four, most importantly, is you need a goal and a vision that's going to pull you forward. You need to burn the boats, because that's what you're doing. If you're in that place of like, they didn't get back to me and feeling rejected and poor me and it's only me and I'm never going to be able to do this business, like, you're actually playing the victim. You're actually that's what you're going to get, because that's where you're focusing. So you need to burn the boats. You need to burn your excuses and burn all that stuff that's never going to serve you. Get rid of it and move on. And, you know, that's what I would say about that, Amy.
Yeah, I love that. And there's so much personal development to this business, wouldn't you say? Like, like, I know that I've grown a lot as a person, and I'm sure you have as well. And a lot of it, we do have to like look inwardly at ourselves. And like you said, I love what you said there. Like, you can either play the warrior or be the victim, you know? So it's so true. I love that. And obviously I know that you're a life coach, so, you know, this is another reason why I love a lot what you say, is because a lot of it comes from like the mindset, the life coaching, which has a massive impact on our businesses as well. So let's talk a little bit about attracting teamies and how you do that. Do you kind of focus on turning customers to teamies, or what do you sort of focus on doing in that sense?
So I would say it's 50-50 for me, of customers to team, and then also people that join the product and the business at the same time. And know that, you know, whether you're new in the business or you've been in the business years, there's a big world out there. There's over 1.6 billion people on Facebook alone. So if you're like around people to speak to, don't know who to speak to, I mean, Amy's incredible at, you know, prospecting and really going about tribe and that kind of thing. So again, you know, listen to her, be coachable in this business. But I would say 50% of my team is customers turning to team, and then 50% joining products and business at the same time. what I'd say in regards to my top tips for getting team is, again, obvious, but speak to people daily about the business. And I'm saying this from even like my team point of view, is that some people like on my team, like they want team, they're trying to recruit, but if I go onto their page, I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know they're involved in a business. I wouldn't get that excitement and that energy. They're not, you know, using their stories to promote the business. So remember that, you know, it's really important to speak to people. It's important to post on your stories, use polls, you know, tell people you're recruiting, that you need help. Like, we do need help more than ever. And what I always say is, like, do you think if you were placing, like, obviously we don't want to be placing 100 orders in a month, but say if you were doing 100 orders in a month, every single month, do you think you'd be like, I need help here? That's a lot of customers. Yeah, you would. Do you think you would go out and get team? Yeah, you would, because you're genuinely going, I need help. This is like booming. But if you're over there with, like, you know, the mindset of, that one lady didn't get back to me, and you're in negative space and you're focusing on what isn't happening, and you're getting your one order a month and going, am I ever going to be able to make this the business that I want it to? Then that's what you're going to get. So it's really important, that energy, you know, so it's all about energy. Because do you think if you're just doing your one little order once a month, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do, but you're going to have a different energy than actually that excitement. So you need to speak to people daily. Number two, the content that you're putting on your Facebook is really important. And again, like, I know from myself as well, it can be challenging sometimes to think, like, what will I post about? Like, what do I actually post about? And particularly right now, you might be at home with your kids, you're at home every day, you're like, my life is boring. Like, so many people say to me, you know, Laura, like, my life isn't exciting. I'm not going places like you, or I'm not doing this. But I say to them, but you just show me you. Show me you cleaning the house with the kids running around, because you're going to attract other moms that also have kids running around. To show me who you are, what you're into, what your passions are. But your content is really important, because people buy into you. But how you get content, I truly believe, is actually the self-development you're doing. If you're literally sitting down every night eating Netflix, that won't work, eating crisps and watching Netflix, and, you know, not actually listening to positive inspirational stuff, not kind of journaling, not maybe having that time to yourself where you actually get to have some, like, quiet time, some peace, you're not going to be able to, I believe, come up with, like, good content that's actually going to attract your tribe. So you need to speak to people daily, create good content. I base my social media around results, value, and lifestyle. That's something I've learned from Fraser Brooks. So it's results, sharing my results and other people's results, value, and lifestyle as well. So I base it doing 1 to 2 posts on that every single day. And I think when you set your day up and you do your gratitude, your affirmations, I mean, as Amy said, about 2.5 years ago, I did a life coaching course, and it was really just something for myself. But I do some one-to-one coaching with that. And what I've really learned from that is just who I am as a person. I've done a lot of work on my own values, my beliefs, who I want to show up as a person. So every day I start my day with gratitudes, affirmations, writing down my goals, every single day. And this can be as, like, airy fairy to some people, but it is so powerful. And once you start doing it every single day, even a little bit, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like anything, like, if you can make time for it, it doesn't have to take up a lot of time. And that's when you will feel clearer in your mindset. You will feel like you're running your day rather than the day running you. You won't be looking at, like, where will I post, what will I post? You'll actually have an idea. So again, treat it as a business. Tonight's a Sunday night, like, plan out your post for the week. Write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and literally just, like, plan out a post, like a little bit of content. Like, tomorrow's Monday, maybe post about the lift, post about energy, post about the shakes, whatever you're going to do. But plan it out that you have a bit of a guideline. So your content. And number 3 about team. Okay, so number 1 is speaking to people daily and doing your stories, actually putting out there that you want team. Number 2, content on your page, because people buy into you. And number 3 is the vision. Why this is really important is because you need to have a vision of where you're going. Like, because I see so many people, like, you might not exactly know what you want. You might be so petrified of having team. You might keep putting yourself off. I don't know what to do with them. Ladies, when I started this business, I said I didn't want team. And the reason why is because I was like, who is going to join my team? I don't know who will join my team. I'm scared of it. I don't know what to do. So, like, I would just actually own all of that. And again, just be, like, okay with it. Like, you plug them into the system, you get them on the calls. If someone wants this business, they're going to move. If someone's hungry for an opportunity, they're going to move. So we just actually have to get ourselves out the way and remember that you were given this opportunity. So your job now is to pass that on to other people and literally give people the gift that you've been given. And if you don't do that, if I don't do it, I'm selfish. So I have to every day get over myself, and I have to every day wake up as a new partner and go out and share the products and share the business. A day that I don't do that, it's like me ringing my boss and saying I'm not coming in today. So if I do that for a week and then a month, and remember, if you're new in this business, it's like planting seeds. Like what you do necessarily right now, whether you're brand new or you've been in the business years, you've been stuck in a rut, it's gone a bit stale. I was chatting to a girl yesterday on my team and she was like, just not feeling the business the same way. And I remember, I'll be honest, ladies, I remember being in this business about 2 years, and that's exactly how I felt. Just didn't have that same excitement about the business. And someone actually was really honest with me and said, Laura, the excitement and energy you had when you first joined the business, you might not ever get that again. And I was like, what? It's not a nice thing to say. Like, what does he mean? Like, he was like, you might not ever get that same excitement. You'll be excited, but it'll be different. And he is right in a way. But the excitement I feel in the last 6 months has been more than I ever knew before. Because I actually have a gratitude and an understanding behind it. But he was right. And what the point of this that I want to make before we move on is that, ladies, if you're listening to this tonight and you've been in the business a while and you're in that kind of place where you want it, but you don't want it enough, and it's gone a bit stale, and it's there, and you're sitting on it, and 1 month goes into the next, we've all been there, but you might not ever feel like it. Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do, even when you don't feel like it, in order to just actually then get excited again. Because you could sit where you're sitting right now for another 6 months, another year, and that time, as we all know, goes by so quickly. And then you're still where you are right now in a year's time, rather than sometimes you just got to push on through and actually show up in a way like and do what you don't want to do, but you do it anyway. So you pick your number, you're going to do 5 products a day or 5 business a day or 10, whatever you're going to do, you're going to do it anyway. Even the days you don't feel like it, you're going to do it, because eventually you're going to have momentum. You're going to be excited, and that momentum is like fuel, and you're like a rocket and you're off. So sometimes you just got to do what you don't want to do. So my third point is you've got to have a vision, and you might not necessarily always believe in yourself, but you've got to have that vision. You've got to have that vision to what kind of team do you want? How many teams do you want? Do you want 5 women walking across that stage, and because of you, they're there? You've got to have that vision, and you've got to do whatever you need to do to have that goal. So that's kind of my top tips for recruiting, Amy.
I love that. Wow. And if anyone's got any questions for Laura, like before we go, then stick them in the chat as well. If you've got any questions coming up for yourself that you'd love to ask Laura, if we have time, that'd be great. But that's awesome, Laura. And I just wanted to ask you as well, you know, we all, you know, especially like new teamies as well, and we've all been through this ourselves, you know, you just kind of, you get recruiting and you get a few new teamies and you're really excited, and then that teamie's like, oh, I don't want to do it no more, or something happens, or you know, like life happens to them and they're like, I need to take a step back, or I'm not really confident posting and all this stuff. So what sort of advice would you give from that point? Because obviously I think sometimes you think that you're like, yes, I've got a teamie, and then it's then kind of getting over like the next thing, which is
okay. Well, I'm so excited, and I hope we've enough time to do this. Okay. So I actually prepared something really quick that I'm going to show you. So I'm gonna do this, and hopefully it doesn't time out. But what I wanted to, I actually briefly said this before to you on a call, and I'm just gonna quickly show you because this links in nicely to this. So what I would say is, number one, know that it's not about you. Never take it personally. And again, if you're taking it personally, you're going into that victim mode where you're like, oh, what did I do? And you know, you're making it about you. You're not making it about them. So you've got to know that, you know, you plugged them into the system. You know, you can show them what to do. After that, it's on them. So firstly, just don't make it about yourself. Number two, know that it's just where they're at, and you know, there's always going to be a percentage. So if I bring 10 people in, probably 3 of them are going to fall off planet Earth. I'll never hear from them again. 3 of them might place their own order, and you know, 2 or 3 of them might move on to SP, and a couple might just do a little bit. You just got to so you know, if you're just bringing on 1 team member every month, they're either going to be a diamond, they're going to place their own order, they're going to fall off planet Earth. That's just knowing that it's just numbers. so that you just got to be okay with that and just know that's not you. It's actually just how the business works and how, you know, literally life is. So I'm going to show you a pack of cards. And I just quickly, I did this one night for my team, and I just think this is really linked in well for like exactly answering this, okay? And you just got to view this business like this pack of cards. So there is 52 cards in a deck, okay? There is 2 jokers in every pack of cards. So imagine your business right now, ladies, I'm giving you a pack of cards. So you join your €60, your £50 franchise, you have a deck of cards. So you have to get through the whole deck. But how long you do that is up to you. So you could do it in a year, 2 years, 10 years, 6 months. It's on you. The amount of work you do and your mindset. So what we're going to do is just have something fun. So from 2 to 8, you're going to literally are going to be people that do nothing. Okay. So I'm going to go through these cards. 2 to 8 are people that do nothing. 9s and 10s are going to place their own order. Your jacks and queens are going to be clubs. They're just going to literally get to their clubs. A king is going to be a builder. They're going to be your leaders. And then you've got a joker that's an absolute diamond that's going to change your life. So know that you've been given the same opportunity as Amy and as myself and as everyone else on this call. You have been given a deck of cards. It's on you how quick you're going to go through them. But you do have a deck of cards. You've exactly the same number. And you've also got 2 jokers, okay? They're your diamonds. They're the people that are going to change your life, your PMD pluses in your business, regardless of what you do. So let's do this for fun, okay? So first of all, we've got a 5. Okay, so that this person I brought into the business, signed them up, I'm all excited. I'm like, right, I've got my team. Let's go, Amy. I'm going to be NMD. And it's a 5, so they do absolutely nothing. Next, 3. Okay, 3. I'm not good at this business. 9. Which is that they're going to place their own order. Okay, so I'm like, okay, they're moving. 10. Okay, they're going to place their own order. Great, with a bit of movement here. 6. Nothing. 3, nothing. Amy, I'm not good at this business. I'm going to quit. It's not for me. I'm really, really bad. If people are not getting back to me, then my joker. So imagine if I quit. Got a diamond. Woohoo! Got PMD, baby. Okay. Imagine if I quit. So Amy, I'm no good at this business. I can't do it. You know, I'm only just, people aren't even moving. They're not even getting to SP. They're not even getting their club. But now all of a sudden, you know, I've got my joker, okay? And then you keep going. You've got your 9, someone's placing an order. 10, someone's placing an order. 7, nothing. 2, nothing. Jack, okay, yeah, I've got someone who's actually going to get their club. Queen, club. King, I've got a leader. And you just keep going through and you're going through and you're going through and you get that second joker. And that's exactly what this business is like. So it's just a bit of fun. It's just a nice example because, ladies, you have exactly the same opportunity as me, Amy, and everyone else. You have a pack of cards. It's on you how quickly you're going to get through that pack of cards. Know that there's going to be people that fall off planet Earth that you're never going to hear from. You can't make it about yourself. It is our job to share the product and share the business. It is not your job to get me to Partner Plus. It is not Amy's job to get you to Senior Partner, SSC, NMD. That is not on her. That is on you. What is on us every single day is to share the product and share the business. You know, so with Christine, I can see you there, Christine, because you're on my screen, like, you know, whatever position you're at, you know, it's not on anyone else, as you know, to get you there. But like, if I joined your business today, Christine, you've done your job. You've shared the product. You've shared the business. You're done. You can show me the system. You can plug me in, show me what to do. After that, it's on me. So you've got to free yourself, girls. You've got to literally like just get free and know that it's not about you. You've got a deck of cards. It's on you how quickly you're going to get through them. But you do have 2 jokers waiting for you that's going to change your life.
Love that. Oh, God, you get me so fired up. I know I'm just, yeah. Oh, amazing. I love that deck of cards analogy, and just you've got so much fire in your belly, Laura, and it's just like getting me so fired up, and I love it. And I think everyone else is buzzing as well, and just really relate to what you say, and obviously just really, really conscious of time, and really just so thankful for your time as well for coming on, because I know you're super busy. But just to quickly finish, just any top tips, you know, for the last week of the month for anyone that's close to promotions, PB, like what would you say go do?
Just got to work. You've got to work like you've never worked before. And that's me do it. That's me not just saying that. Like, if I could give you one tip of what to do in the next week, you know, there's lots of things you can do. that is going to make your business better. But at the end of the day, you just got to work your business. It's a business. You just got to put the work in. You've got to take the action. You could be looking at this and looking at that and all these good things to do to build your business. At the end of the day, if you don't show up and you don't work, speak to people, your business isn't going to grow. So I can only speak from, I have 1 week left. I'm going to work like I've never worked before. So that is that. I'm not saying this is something that I'm not doing. I would never tell my team to do something that I'm not doing. I know for me, I'm going to literally work like I've never worked before in the next week. So I encourage you all, and I hope that, I've given you some inspiration to show up differently and to pick your number and do this for you, ladies. Like as I said, you have a reason that you're on this call tonight. You know deep down when you close your eyes, when you meditate, you know what's in your heart and what you want and what you see from this business. So don't let anything or anyone take that away from you. Write that down, write your goals down every single day. Write down that vision, focus more on what you do want, and literally just get to work the next week and let's make it happen. So thank you so much for having me on, and thank you for all your kindness, ladies, and I hope you absolutely smash the next week and go and do yourself proud. And remember, it's like what you do behind closed doors as well. Don't do it for anyone else, do it for you. Show up like you've never shown up before.
Amazing. I love that. Thank you so much, Laura. Like, you literally just got me so buzzing. I love everything that you're saying, and everyone just say thank you to Laura, give her all your love, and yeah, thank you so much, everybody.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
I can't wait to see the promotions coming through from Amy's team. Love you all lots, ladies. Keep up the great work. You're really doing such amazing work and helping so many people, and that's what it's about. So thank you. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.